So hi everyone, today in this video we will see how you can solve this problem of reduce array size to half. So to get started we have the array input which is available here. So as you can see there are repeated elements, multiple repeated elements. To understand the intention of this question is we have to remove the minimum number of repeated elements so that we end up clearing half of the array size. So like if you take in this example, if you remove all threes and 5 or 2, like if you remove the combination of 3 comma 5 or 3 comma 2, then we end up clearing half of the array size. So the challenge is to remove to come up with a minimum set of numbers so that we can end up clearing the array. So how do we know that? So in this scenario we have all the numbers arranged. That's the reason we can find it. What do you call? First we'll get all threes, then fives. If we keep removing the next element, it can work out. So the brute force approach can be to check for an element, to check for occurrence of each element. And one more thing is this array is kind of sorted, and we can't expect the array to be sorted. That is not provided in the question that the array will be sorted. So the only thing which we can like the brute force approach is to count for occurrence of each element by going through the whole array and storing it in an external what do you call set or map. And then based on each element we can remove it and see. But we can reduce this size by using some data structures. So I'll try to use a map here. I'll just clear out this section. So my idea is we'll use a map where a map will be key and value, where key will be the number and value will be the frequency. So it will be something like 3 comma 4, 5 comma 3, 2 comma 2, 7 comma 1. So this will be the output of that. And if you notice here, uh, if we remove if we keep a count of these frequencies in a sorted order, then we'll end up clearing the knowing that how many minimum number of elements if we remove, we can get this output. So if you see, what my idea is, after getting this frequency, I can store it in any list or in any set. It is better to have a list, because if you have multiple elements with same occurrence, then set would remove that. So I'll store this frequencies alone in a set, in a list. It will be like 4 3 2 1, and I'll sort them using arrays dot like collections dot sort. So that will take 1 2 3 4. In this current scenario you might find that sorting is not required, but in other scenarios, like when the element count is not very uniform, then sorting will help. After we sort, we can sort it ascending or descending. But if we sort, then what we can do is we can start iterating through the elements and keep a count of variables, like a count of the sum. So the total size of this element is, this array is 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 3 10. So 10 elements. And if we can form a frequency of greater than or equal to 5, then we are good to go with the minimum set. So I'll keep a count and I'll start with 4. So count will be 4. Then I'll increment the output, or min set size will be 1. And then I'll remove here and go here, and now I'll increment this by 2 and this will be 7. So 7 is greater than 5, that is this size. So we can exit out of this iteration and return 2. This is the output. Hope this was clear. You can go through this approach. I'll just point the time and space complexity as well. So time will be, first we are iterating towards to get the map, that will be big of n, plus then we are storing it in a I'll put time here and space here. Let me put here map big of n, and then we are putting it in a list which will be big of n. In a worst case scenario, if all elements are unique, then we'll be having n elements to be put in the list with frequency of 1 1 1 1, and space will be big of n. Then we have the sorting, so a sort of list, which will be big of n log n, space is nothing. And then we have final iteration, and in this worst case it will be big of n by 2, and that will be big of n only. So if we calculate all of them, then it will be big of n log n plus I think 2 by 2.5 n. That will be, let's consider n, and it will be big of n log n. So and the space will be big of n. So the total time and space will be big of n log n, big of n. So this is the approach which I'm thinking you can follow. So let me know if you have any queries on this. I'll also discuss the coding part of it by implementing it through actual code. Bye. So as discussed in the explanation, so we have this input array which has multiple repeated elements, and we have to remove as minimum the minimum size of the set, so that at least half of the integers of the array are removed. So as discussed, maybe this can be called as a brute force approach, because I feel but I can't completely call it as brute force, because it's efficient enough is what I feel, because it is helping us achieve big of n log n time and big of n space. But we can think of some ways to optimize it. Maybe I'll restrict this video to just this particular point alone, and I can come up with some more approaches in the future so that it can be enhanced. So as discussed, first I'll store it in the map. So it will be an integer hash map. I'm implementing it in Java. More or less it will be similar in other programming languages as well. So then it will be frequency map, then so I'll iterate over the array to store frequencies of each element in this. So yeah, I'm using a loop to loop over the elements, and then I'll be instantiating an element called count, which will be 0, and I'll be checking if freqmap dot contains key array of I, then count equal to freqmap dot get of array of I. If not, it will be freqmap dot put array of I comma count. So if you see, what we are exactly doing here is when we are iterating over, let me copy this input so that I can easily show you what I'm exactly trying to do here. So if you see here, I'm trying to go through each element. So when we put the first element in the map, it will be like 3 comma, as we don't have any inputs in the array, the count will be 0. So actually I missed one point here, that is plus plus. So we are incrementing the count. So first the count will be 0 for the first time when the map is empty, and before inserting we are incrementing it to 1. So when this is at I equal to 0, when I is at 1, what will happen is, I'll put it equal to 0 here. Yeah, so I is equal to 1, that is index 1, then I already have a count. So this if condition will be successful and this count will be 1, so it will be 3 comma 2, and as it goes on it will be 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4, and when it comes to 5, there are no occurrences of 5 in the map, so it will be count is will be 0, and before putting it into the map it will be incremented by 1, and it will be 5 comma 1. So at the end of this we'll be having a frequency map. Then what I'll do is I'll have a list to go through this elements. So there are two ways which I can do this. I can separately iterate over a list and place it, or otherwise I think this is the better way, because unless and until we have all the frequencies, we can't add it to a list. So I'll have a list with name frequency frequency list. Maybe I'll call it freq list. New array list of integer, and then for int or I can say int key freq map dot key set, and so I'm iterating over the key set, and I'll be storing freq list dot add freq map dot get key. So I'm iterating over the each key and getting its frequency and storing it in the freq list. Now I'll be using the default sort method freq list. So I think this will be sorting it into the ascending order. So it will be so our initial list was 1, I think it's 4 3 2 1, and that will turn out to be 1 2 3 4. So we have to iterate from the last. So it will be int j equal to array dot length, sorry, it's or otherwise we can start with freq list dot size minus 1 j greater than equal to, or let's use a while loop instead of a for loop. So it will be we want to return the min set size, so min set equal to 0, and int frequency count, or yeah, I think frequency count equal to 0. So while frequency count is less than array of length by 2, it will be in this, and then we can when it comes out we can return min set. So what are we doing here is, and we can keep a counter for this, and counter value will be freq list dot size minus 1. So what are we this counter is for iterating from last element, that is last element or greatest element in the freq list. Okay, so now what are we we'll be adding it to freq count plus equal to array freq list dot get of counter. So once we are getting it here, moving it to the previous element. So I will be starting with this, 4. So we'll be adding 4 to the frequency counter. So once 4 is added, I'll point the counter to 3, and for each iteration I'll be comparing it the frequency count with frequency ls dot that is array length of array dot length by 2, which is what is the size, 10 by 2, 5. So 4 is less than or equal to 5, so it still continues. And when it comes to next iteration, 3 will be added, so it will be 7. So 4 plus 3 will be 7. 7 is less than or equal to 5 is false, so it comes back. And I'll be incrementing min set as well parallelly whenever I add an element to it. So min set will be 2 and 2 will be returned. So this is the solution. Let me run the code and see what happens. So you see it is working fine. Let us tweak the test case in some way to see how it works. I'll make this 3. I'll make this 3 and I'll make this 7, and let's see what comes. It is working. I'll make all 7s. Okay, sorry, length should be even. So I think I'm good to submit. Let me try one more test case. 1 comma 1 comma 9 comma 7. So in LeetCode we'll be having only some test cases which we can hear. So yeah, I think this was which I was expecting, which would fail, because I think this is the problem here. I should not have equal to here, that is the thing. Yeah, so this is the expectation. I think I'm good to submit. Let me submit it and see. When the hidden test cases are run, we can understand how much whether it is accepted or not. So you can see, yeah, so it is the runtime is faster than it. Runtime is 47 milliseconds, and the memory it is taking is 54.4 MB, and the runtime is faster than 32.35%. I think this is might not be the efficient solution. I think we can optimize time and space a bit. You can think it over. If you have any other ideas, I'll also think it through, and if I find any efficient solutions, I'll come back and make another video and point you through that. Hope this video was helpful in understanding how you can solve this problem. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you have found this video useful, let me know through the comment section and give me a like. Bye. Have a nice day.